I'm joined from several individuals from the museum who I'd like to point out. First and foremost is Mindy Ross and Kristen Aguilera of my team, who have made a tremendous effort to make this all possible tonight. And then from our Board of Trustees, I'm joined by our Board Chair, Professor Richard Silla, our Vice Chair, Andrea Dietschel-Nucki, our founder, John Herzog, and board members, including Glenn Kaufman and Adam Goldstein and Marcy Cohn. Now, Marcy is from ING, and they are our program sponsor tonight, so we are especially grateful. And in particular, special thank you to Elaine Clark of ING, who's been a steadfast supporter of the museum for many years now. In a few moments, I'm going to be introducing the CEO of ING Americas, Gerald Walker, and you'll hear from him. We also want to acknowledge tonight our media sponsor, Investopedia, represented tonight by Caleb Silver. Now, there are two friends of the museum I want to thank for bringing this terrific program to us, and that's Michael Casey and Paul Vigna. They are the authors of the book that is being released just today, The Truth Machine, The Blockchain and the Future of Everything, on sale immediately after. The authors would be happy to autograph it for you. I've noticed some people bought actually before we even started tonight. Now, 3 years ago, we featured both Michael and Paul in our Bitcoin program with former Secretary of the Treasury, Larry Summers, a great success. And while that focused on the digital currency, tonight we're going to delve into the broader application of the underlying blockchain technology that emerged from it. Larry Summers is always good for a quote, and on this topic, he said, "Views differ on Bitcoin, but few doubt the transformative potential of blockchain technology." There are index cards at your seats, so if you have a question, please fill it out. We'll collect it about midway through for our panelists. Now, I'm going to turn it over to Gerald Walker of ING to get this started. He's going to explain why ING is interested in this topic. He's been at ING or its predecessors since 1990, which in this day and age of rapid movement is quite impressive. He has held various board positions, including chair of the Association of Foreign Banks in the UK. And he works with several nonprofits, including the London-based International Business and Diplomatic Exchange, the Frankfurt-based European Association of Banking and Financial History, and of course, our favorite New York-based, the Museum of American Finance, as ING has continued to be just a wonderful supporter of us. Thank you very much. I'll be back at the end, and it's my pleasure to introduce Gerald Walker.
Right, good evening. Thank you, David, and good evening, everybody. Now, I'd like to thank you all for coming out this evening to this book launch, The Truth Machine, The Blockchain and the Future of Everything. A fairly ambitious title, Michael, if I may say so, but by Michael Casey and Paul Vigna. My introduction today, or tonight, will be followed by a fireside chat and panel discussion with some of the leading figures in the technology industry. As David said, I'm Gerald Walker. I'm the CEO of ING Americas, and we've partnered with the Museum of American Finance on tonight's event. In The Truth Machine, Casey and Vigna exposed the challenge of replacing trusted and not so trusted institutions on which we've relied for centuries with a radical model that bypasses them, the blockchain. You may therefore wonder why ING is sponsoring tonight's events. Let me explain. We hear about blockchain every day. Companies in the financial services sector, food, healthcare, energy, media, insurance, shipping sectors are all exploring how blockchain and distributed ledgers can bring value to our customers. At ING, we work with customers and leading companies across all those fields to help meet this goal. And it's very important to our goal to empower our clients through innovation. And we actively work across several of our business lines to do so. Now, most recently, we tested the use of blockchain to make commodities trading easier, faster, cheaper, and more secure. Using our own Easy Trade Connect blockchain platform, we conducted the first ever paperless agricultural commodities trade, which reduced the time spent on processing documents and data from 24 days to 3. If you doubt the power of this technology, that 90% or almost 90% reduction does tell you something. And we were very proud to do that. In the same way the Dean said, we do these things in partnership. We launched this initiative together with global merchant Louis Dreyfus Company and other international banks, ABN AMRO and Societe Generale. Now, we've also partnershiped as a firm with other banks and energy sector leaders in a venture that uses blockchain to digitize energy commodities trading. And finally, we're examining through our bond trading field the tool Katana, which uses artificial intelligence to help traders make faster and sharper pricing decisions. So in summary, as a firm, we've seen the transformational power of blockchain firsthand and look forward to continuing to explore its possibilities. Now, banking has throughout the ages been challenged by disruptive technology. The one constant that has enabled banks to carry on has been the insight and expertise that only the human touch can deliver. And so while some have said that blockchain will disintermediate banks, fairly naturally, we disagree. But it certainly challenges us. And that's why at ING we're committed to embracing this disruption and innovating to lead our industry and clients forward. Now, with that introduction, which hopefully explains why we're here this evening, I'd like to introduce our guests tonight. Now, first up are the two gentlemen who've been patiently sitting on the comfy chairs up on the stage here. It's Joseph Lubin, who's the co-founder of Ethereum, and he's going to have a fireside chat with Michael Casey, who's the co-author of the book, The Truth Machine. Michael is a senior advisor at MIT Media Lab's Digital Currency Initiative and chairman of CoinDesk's Advisory Board. He's a former Wall Street Journal columnist and has authored so far 4 other books. Following that chat, we'll move on to a panel discussion, and we'll address the broader application of blockchain and its potential. That will be moderated by Paul Vigna, the other co-author of The Truth Machine. Now, Paul is a reporter at the Wall Street Journal focusing on cryptocurrencies, and this is his 3rd book. Paul will be joined on that panel by Cameron and Tyler Winkelvoss, the founders of Winkelvoss Capital Management, and Gemini, a next-generation Bitcoin exchange, and by Josh Brown, CEO of Ritholtz Wealth Management and a CNBC on-air contributor. So we're in the company of a huge amount of expertise on this subject and a depth of knowledge. So it promises to be a great session, ladies and gentlemen. So I suggest we get going, and all remains for me says thank you and have a very great evening.